A special presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports on Southern New Mexico's sports leader, ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Hello and welcome back to the Village of Los Lunas Holiday Tournaments and Los Lunas High School. The game previous to the Tigers, or Lady Tigers I should say, is getting ready to finish up. Los Lunas leading Cibola on the boys' side, and so we'll be ready to go with tip in about 15-20 minutes. There's 25.8 seconds left here in the final quarter, and the Lady Tigers facing another set of Lady Tigers in Los Lunas. So I'll do my best as we head throughout tonight's broadcast to make sure I say Alamogordo or Los Lunas or Alamo. But I would assume most times if I say Tigers, I'm usually talking about the Alamogordo. So you'll get a pretty good sense of that. I hope. I'm not going to guarantee that or anything. Hope you guys are having a safe Friday night. I know the winter weather, it might actually be worse down there than it is up here. It was a little icy this morning, but it's really cleared up nicely up here. So I know the traveling down where you guys are at back in Otero County is certainly far more treacherous from, at least from the information that I'm getting. So hope you're having a safe night, whatever you're doing this evening, and appreciate you tuning in. Alamogordo coming in at 8-1 into tonight's matchup. An impressive start to the season for this Alamogordo Lady Tiger group. This will be one of their the toughest tests. This might be the best team they've played so far. I think, you know, record-wise, maybe not the case, but the Los Lunas girls, every year, Coach Zeller's group is one of the best in the state, one of the best in the classification. You're always going to get a good game when you face them. They come in at 6-3 into this game. They've got home court, a lot of different things that go into it. But, you know, these are the kind of games for Alamogordo to make a little bit of noise and to come out and win on this team's home court, get themselves the championship game of this tournament. It would be a big deal for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers, I feel like, to win this game. So we'll see if they can come out of here with the victory. I believe that they are more than capable of coming out of here with a victory, but it's going to take their best effort. They're going to have to be good in the post. They've got, watching Los Lunas last night, the Los Lunas girls have got some really solid post players that will challenge Alamogordo. Of course, also going to be big on Faith Silva to have the kind of game that you expect her to have, which is over 20 points a game. I mean, she's averaging over 20 points per game this season and has gotten close to 30 and has played an exceptional season so far. So they're going to need her to be good tonight, and they're going to need a couple of the other ladies to step up and have a good effort this evening as well. So there's a lot of things that are going to come into tonight's game for Alamogordo to get the win, and we're going to bring you the whole way. Everything seems to be working okay right now. Had a little issues with our broadcast certainly yesterday. Do apologize for those of you that were trying to listen to the girls' game last night. Completely out of my control. I know we probably dropped off somewhere about the third quarter. The game was pretty much in hand by that point, but I know y'all probably wanted to get it all the way to the end. But unfortunately, first time I think I've ever been in a case where either we couldn't do our broadcast over the internet, which is the way we do it right now, or couldn't make a phone call back to the radio station. Neither was working. Was sort of wishing that my service wasn't, at least one of my services wasn't on Verizon yesterday, but such is life. We're good to go today. The boys' broadcast went pretty well. Girls' broadcast, I think, will go great, too. So happy to have you tuned in wherever you may be with us here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7 or with us on YouTube, youtube.com/ESPN Alamogordo. And actually, we're on a different YouTube link, so you can go to our Facebook page and find that direct link if you just want to listen online, whatever's easier for you. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We're in pregame. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers taking on the Los Lunas Lady Tigers. Winner moves on to the championship of the Los Lunas Holiday Tournament, and the loser will play at 3 p.m. in the third place game tomorrow. We're coming right back after these messages.
Slow internet again? signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service, it's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
This is Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Alamogordo girls getting ready to tip off here against Los Lunas. If you weren't with us earlier today, the Alamogordo boys got a win, and hey, the offense got going for the Tigers. 74-53, they picked up the win over Kirtland Central. I know that was fun for those guys. Got a chance to just kind of chat with them a little bit as they were waiting for the bus to show up after the game. And, you know, I think it was one of those for Coach Voigt, just kind of like, hey, we can play like this and get some confidence going. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. They're going to play, you know what, I don't know who won the game between Mesilla Valley Christian and Valencia. So I'll let you guys know up on our Facebook page who won that one, or maybe I'll run down and look at the bracket during one of our commercial breaks at halftime. Let's talk about the Alamogordo girls. Yesterday they were winners over Shiprock 63-37. Game was pretty much over in the first quarter. 21-2 run for the Tigers in that first quarter. Faith Silva had 11 of those 21 in the first. She finished with 22. Lady Tigers kind of started to, you know, move around the lineup a little bit in third and fourth quarter, which I know unfortunately you guys didn't get to hear that part of it, but they got a little bit more of the depth out there playing yesterday. So that was I know what they were looking for there. But Faith had a good game. Justice Martin had a really good game as well. Justice has had a very good season for the Lady Tigers up to this point, and both of them are going to need to play well. Almost got a pretty good rotation. They go 7-8 deep, I feel like, with players that Coach Vigil feels pretty confident in their ability to go out there and score and run the offense and do things the way they need to. I think the thing I'm curious to see is the post for Alamogordo and how they perform. So Michaela Jones and Kylie Purcella and Darian Cosgray and Jaden Kruger and seeing what they can do against a solid Los Lunas team. I think the guard play, you expect Calista Jacob. Brianna Bickham in the post as well. She can be a huge key for the Lady Tigers. She's had some games where she's had double-doubles this year and has gotten into double figures with rebounds and points, so she can have a big game as well. But Justice and Calista and Faith, what their contribution is going to be for tonight is certainly going to be a mention. Los Lunas coming into tonight's matchup at 6-3. Their schedule so far on the season: win over Las Cruces to begin the year. They lost to Centennial. A couple of Alamogordo district opponents coming up. Both are. Cruces is having a down year by their standards. I think they're still going to be pretty good. Centennial is very good, from my understanding. They beat Mayfield, who, from what I've been told, may be the best team in the district. Again, I haven't had a chance to see them yet, and it's based on how you see them one night to the next, probably. But Coach Maya's group is always good. It's one of those. You look at Coach Maya and Coach Abner and that group in Cruces. They've got a lot of good teams. Oñate is pretty darn good this year, too. Cruces girls lost to West Mesa. West Mesa, last time I checked, they were the number 1 team in Class 5A. I'm not sure if they are anymore, but they may still be. Beat Highland. Got a win over Bloomfield. Lost to Kirtland Central. Not sure how good the Kirtland Central girls are this year. They must be pretty solid. Yeah, they're 9-2, so that's not a bad loss. Beat El Dorado, which El Dorado girls are usually good. They're 2-5 this year, so maybe not having as good a year as they anticipated. And Artesia beat them yesterday, 62-49. Artesia hung with them till about halftime, and then third quarter, Los Lunas pulled away, and it may have been actually in the second quarter they really started to pull away in that game, but Artesia was with them for a good portion of last night's matchup. So who to watch out for with Los Lunas heading into tonight's game? Well, last night, Natalie Jojola had 17 points, 12 points for Felina Gabaldon, 9 points for Mia Guest. Jaden Scholander had 8. They spread the ball around pretty well, kind of similar to Alamogordo. I think they probably have 1 or 2 players that are clearly their best scorers, similar to Alamogordo, Faith Silva and probably Justice Martin. But everybody, they've got a lot of different players that can get in there and put it in the bucket for Alamogordo. So I'm exceptionally excited for this game. I'm really curious to see what goes down between Alamogordo and Los Lunas tonight, and could be a really big win for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. They can come in here and beat Los Lunas. Seems like every year Los Lunas is fighting it out for a state championship in girls basketball. They won it last in the 2017, their last? Oh, no, last year. They're the defending 5A state champs. So I don't think they're as good as they were last season, but they're clearly a very, very good basketball team. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back for tip-off and starting lineups. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, and welcome back here to Los Lunas High School, and getting ready for tonight's tip-off between the Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the Los Lunas Lady Tigers. Alamogordo is going to be in their road black jerseys for this game with the gold numerals and black or white outlining, I should say. And not sure if we're doing a national anthem again.
We'll get ready to introduce the starters here momentarily. Starting for the Tigers of Alamogordo. She's a 5'8" senior forward.
Okay, I guess we do have the starters. I was waiting to see if they were going to do the national anthem or not. It was a dramatic pause for whatever reason. All right. Brianna Bickham wearing number 3. Justice Martin, number 5. She's a sophomore. Number 21, Callista Jacob, a senior. Number 30, Faith Silva, a senior. And Michaela Jones, number 32, a junior. And we'll tell you who the Los Lunas starting lineup is. Los Lunas in their home whites, blue numerals, and orange outlining. So it's black and gold Tigers versus the white and blue, or the blue and orange Tigers are the difference. So starters for Los Lunas. Number 00, Jackie Aragon. And I'm glad he said Jackie because I see J-A-C-I, and I'm going to go JC. Marissa Weldon, number 1. Number 11, Danny Ross, also picking up the start. Number 20, Mia Guest. And the final starter on the night is number 21, Jaden Scholander. Alamogordo boys are here watching tonight's game. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm looking around. Okay, I see the Alamogordo boys coaching staff supporting. Alamo girls were here last night to support the guys during their game. I don't know if the Alamo girls were here for this morning's game, but it was early, and I think not having to take both buses out on the icy roads this morning was the correct call there. Then again, I just may have remembered wrong. That was 12 hours ago. All right, we're ready for the final game of the day here at the Los Lunas Holiday Tournament, Day 2. Winner moves on to the championship, which plays at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and the loser will play at 3 p.m. in the third place game. As the ball is tipped in the air and controlled by Los Lunas, they go right to left. Lady Tigers, Alamogordo Lady Tigers will go from left to right. Los Lunas works it around. Weldon gets it to the free throw line, then back out. Scholander was there with it. Right wing, a couple of ball fakes from Aragon. Dribbles once, then goes back to Scholander. Alamogordo playing a zone defense. Aragon, bounce pass to Scholander, right of the lane. They come back out top. And the Lady Tiger bench and the Alamogordo boys team supporting this defense here. 30 seconds of defense, and not a shot put up here by Los Lunas yet as they work the ball around. With the ball with it is Weldon, pressured by Silva. Out top with it. Scholander nearly lost it. And now it's Mia Guest. Actually, I think that was Ross that had it out top. Scholander is kind of getting pushed out by, is that Callista Jacob? Yeah, Jacob in there. They get it inside to Scholander. Scholander able to get around her and lay it up and in. And Jaden lost her left sneaker, so she'll have to put that back on. But it was interesting. She was she was kind of trying to post up, and Callista was sort of just edging her with her hip further up towards the elbow, and Scholander was putting her arms up in the air like, hey, what's going on? Is this the foul kind of thing? But, hey, you fight for position inside as long as you do it legally. But now we've got an official stoppage. And not sure why they took time off the clock there. That was weird. Natalie Hohola comes in for Los Lunas. And pressure in the back 2-1. Pressure here for Los Lunas. Bickham comes across midcourt with it. I'm sorry, Martin. Martin will give it off to Jacob. Bounce pass, trying to get inside to Jones. We're going to get a whistle. And it looks like a foul going to be called on Ross. And she'll pick up her first. And the first foul of the half. Had to be on the hold there. They're going to bring Scholander back in. They brought her out for a second as she needed to lace up the tennis shoe. Or I should say basketball sneaker. I go for that, and that's a tennis shoe for some reason. Callista Jacobs going to travel. She got caught in a double team at the sideline and didn't really have anybody coming to her to help her pass the basketball, and turns it over. So across the timeline for Los Lunas. To the top of the key comes Weldon. She'll give it away. Scholander. Ball goes left corner to Ross. Ross holds it overhead. Scholander top of the key. Alamogordo spreading out in that 2-3 zone. They're going to come out and guard you on the perimeter. Scholander top of the key. Gives it over the right corner. 3 on the way is out of it. But a rebound by Weldon is good. Ross missed the 3, and nobody collapsed on the ball for Alamogordo. It was an open lane, and Weldon got there to pull it in. Alamogordo patient, bringing it into the front court. Martin between the circles, feeds it off to Jacob. Jacob penetrates to the corner, gives it off to Silva. Silva is trying to work her way on the sideline past Scholander, and they're going to call a foul on Scholander, a block on her, her first foul. And the second team foul. Jacob, double team, top of the key to Jones. Now back outside to Martin. Now if Alamo stops moving the basketball, they get into some trouble here, and Martin picks up her dribble. Got some help from Jones, and now Silva gives it off to Jacob. Martin to the left wing. She stops there. Again, picked up her dribble. Bickham drives baseline. She gets cut off. Feeds it back outside to Martin. Martin to the elbow. Top of the key, and then back out. Now she'll fire up a triple. No good. Rebound Bickham in the lane. She'll bring it back outside to Justice. Justice pull-up jump shot from the baseline misses. And the loose ball pulled in by Los Lunas. Having some trouble with it was Lucero, but I should say Hohola, but she found a teammate. Now driving baseline to the bucket and laying it up and in is Gabaldon. And it's a 6-0 run here to start the game for Los Lunas. Alamo really hasn't gotten a great look on the offensive end yet, but they've had some struggles getting open. Pass goes out to the corner. Crowd wanted a walk on Martin. Top of the key, Faith Silva's going to get a look at 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes out. Martin gets it. Hohola nearly pulled it in for Los Lunas. So another chance here for Alamo. They've been able to get some on the offensive glass. Alamo just not really moving much offensively. Jacob goes to the baseline, feeds to Bickham. Too strong on the jump shot. And Los Lunas didn't do a very good job of pulling in that rebound. Ball comes out top to Jones, gives it off to Silva. Silva left of the lane, puts up the jump shot, no good. Rebound is going to go off 2 Los Lunas players and out of bounds to Alamogordo. 4:08 to go in the first. It's 6-0 Los Lunas on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Kylie Purcell comes into the game. Michaela Jones checks out. Big thing for Alamogordo, they've got to start moving around a little bit more offensively. Just seems like you've got one player dribbling out top and everybody's standing around looking. Not a lot of motion early. Here's Martin getting to the elbow, stops, turns around, now fires the jump shot, high up the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled in by Ross. Quickly the other way with it. Here comes Gabaldon. Gabaldon right of the lane, working on Silva. Goes up and under, shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Gabaldon, put back, that's no good. And the rebound comes to Alamo this time. Other direction comes Silva. Silva behind the back dribble, loses the handle. It's being bounced around, eventually comes to Bickham, back to Silva. Left wing fires the three, that one is good. A much needed get there for Faith Silva, and more importantly for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. 6-3, nearly a carry there from Weldon. Comes to the near side and to Gabaldon at the far side. Gabaldon drives on Purcella, and Purcella comes in and bumped her. Coach Vigil didn't love the call. Had her hands up and down, but she came in with her body on Gabaldon, and Coach Vigil still putting his hands up and down, but I don't think it had anything to do with the up and down. I think it had to do with she was still moving into Gabaldon when Gabaldon was coming towards her. But this is going to be a turnover on Los Lunas. They're going to throw the ball away. So Alamo's defense causing some problems here. 3:15 to go in the first. And Jacob will inbound for Alamo. Justice Martin, Brianna Bickham, Faith Silva, Kylie Purcella on the floor for Alamo. It's Scholander, Weldon, Gabaldon. And they just brought on Marissa Montoya. They're trapping out near the midcourt line. Alamo can find a way to break that. They can maybe get it inside. Faith Silva at the left wing. Martin top of the key. Jacob, right wing, fires up a three. She hits it, and we're tied. So Callista Jacob hits the three, and Alamogordo has tied it up at 6, 2:45 to go in the first. Ball comes to the middle of the floor to Gabaldon. She dribbles once. The ball was almost behind Scholander. Scholander trying to get out of a double team, and they're going to call a foul on Justice Martin, her first, and the second on Alamogordo. Far sideline inbounds, comes into Weldon. They go to Gabaldon at the free throw line, works it over to the right corner. This is Weldon, dribbles once and then passes it back to Scholander. So after getting 6 straight points early, the Los Lunas offense has started to slow down. Alamogordo's hit a couple of threes to tie it up. Near the midcourt line, holding it overhead is Weldon, gets it off the Scholander right corner. Skip past the near side, firing up a three, and hitting it is Marissa Montoya. So an answer back from Los Lunas. And they go back in front 9-6. We cross 2 minutes to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard in the first quarter. Jacob, bounce pass to Bickham. Bickham drives right to the basket, can't finish. We're going to get an offensive foul anyway. Stepping and drawing the charge is Ross. It's going to be kind of delayed. It looked like Bickham had already let the shot go, but you see that the same on passes as well. So first foul on Bickham. And thought there was a sub for Alamo. There was not. Mia Guest comes back in for Los Lunas with Marissa Weldon now with the basketball. Ross came back on the floor. Scholander came out. Ross almost loses it. Ball's going to go out of bounds, last off of Alamogordo. Ohola comes back in for Los Lunas. Ross will come out. Far sideline to inbound. By the way, these are two coaches that know each other very well. Coach Manny Vigil coached at Los Lunas for a long, or rather I should say Los Lunas at Valencia for a long time. And I clearly remember some battles as we're going to get a foul on Alamogordo on a loose ball. They're going to get Brianna Bickham. That's going to be her second, 14th foul. But I remember at the VFW Holiday Tournament, and we had that going on in Alamogordo. There was 2 different seasons. I just remember the intensity of the Valencia Los Lunas games down there when there was a goal on under. It was even more that at the games here when Valencia and Los Lunas were very good for a few years there. Bounce pass goes to Gabaldon, right of the lane, has it knocked away by Jacob, but it comes back out to a Los Lunas player. Weldon feeds it out to the corner. 3 from the left corner, rims out, but the rebound pulled in by Weldon. She fires up with the shot, no good. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. It was Hohola who missed a 3 from the corner. And Kylie Purcell picks up her second foul. So you've got a couple of Alamo posts that are in a little bit of foul trouble, with Purcell with 2 and Brianna Bickham with 2. Michaela Jones going to come back in here. 1:17 to go in the first. First free throw is going to miss, though, for Weldon. Alicia Munoz comes into the game for Faith Silva, and Kylie Purcell will head to the bench with those 2 fouls. 9-6 Los Lunas. Weldon puts up another free throw, and this one rattles out, and Jones grabs the rebound for Alamo. Bickham gets in the front court to Jacob. Jacob all the way to the baseline, loses the ball out of bounds, off her leg, and it'll go back over to Los Lunas. Sub for the home team Tigers. Back in is Yolanda Griego. Actually, I think it's the first time we've had her in the game. Alamo down 9-6 with now under a minute to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. First quarter of play. Left wing with it over to the left corner. This is Guest. She continues to dribble. Weldon near the midcourt line. 45 seconds remaining. Weldon drives past her player, gets all the way to the lane, and down to the floor went Darian Cosgray. No foul there. Now we've got a loose ball and a tie-up. Possession arrow will give it to Alamogordo. So it's 41 seconds left in the game. Faith Silva will return, as Callista Jacob will come off the floor. So it's Cosgray, Jones, Munoz, Silva, and Bickham, Martin on the floor. Apparently I can't read the difference between 5 and 3. It's driving me crazy. Martin's got it. Top of the key. Gives it off to Jones. Jones. Now she had Cosgray open for a second in the lane. The loose ball was knocked away from her. She tipped it to Cosgray. Cosgray's shot went off the bottom of the rim. Here comes Los Lunas in transition. On the outlet up ahead, jump stop, and we're going to get a foul on Faith Silva as she came down on Natalie Hohola, and Hohola will go to the line for 2 free throws. Faith picking up her first, but Alamo already on 6 team fouls. Los Lunas will shoot free throws on the rest of the first half. And the free throw good from Natalie Hohola. 10-6. Rattles out for Hohola on the second. And the rebound grab by Alamogordo. Martin will bring it across the timeline for the Lady Tigers. Munoz gets it right wing, swings it out right corner. Cosgray a jab step, and then feeds it back outside Munoz. Top of the key to Martin. 2 seconds left, and this one's going to go out of bounds, last off of Alamogordo. Los Lunas will have 1.3 seconds to try and put up a final shot. Scholander inbounds to Gabaldon. Gabaldon, quick pass, and that is not going to be off in time. The 3 is good, but it will not count. That ball was definitely still in her hands before she made the shot. So good call by the officials. Saw one yesterday. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe they counted it. So thankfully, Alamo didn't get the bad end of one there. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, after 1 complete, it's Los Lunas 10 and Alamogordo 6. We'll be back after these messages.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. After one quarter, it's Los Lunas Plymouth Alamogordo 6. Starting 5 back on the floor for Alamogordo. As Faith Silva will guard Weldon. Weldon able to drive right of the lane, go off the glass, and boy, she was shot out of a rocket. She caught that between the circles, and it was just a straight run to the basket as she got past the Alamo defenders. It's 12-6 Los Lunas. Across midcourt with it is Martin. Gives it off to Silva between the circles. Back over to Justice at the left wing. Justice will dribble back towards midcourt. And she picks up her dribble. That's something Alamo, so far away from the basket. Got to be able to keep that dribble. Jacob at the top of the key. And again, just not a lot of movement for Alamogordo offensively. Bickham at the left wing. Gives it off to Martin. Alamo down by 6. Just a couple of three-pointers in that first half. One from Faith Silva, one from Callista Jacob. Martin drives the baseline, gives it off to Bickham, and Bickham traveled. Ross will inbound for Los Lunas, gives it off to Weldon. Gabaldon, Guest, and Hohola on the floor for Los Lunas. Hohola, well, she was cutting towards the basket, and Ross threw the pass behind her, goes out of bounds, and it's right back over to Alamogordo. Los Lunas will set up in their 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure as Martin will be patient with it here. Jacob, ball fakes, gives it back to Martin. Ball still in the backcourt. Continues to dribble slowly, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Top of the key to Jones. Boy, she had Bickham inside for a second, but they go outside Silva. Corner three, no good. Rebound almost grabbed by Bickham, but it is corralled by Jacob. Jacob's got it in the left corner. Feeds it to between the circles to Silva. She holds it over her head and gives it off to Justice Martin. That's Jacob at the left wing. They get it to Bickham at the baseline. Shot too strong there. Loose ball is battled for and eventually grabbed by Guest to Weldon. Weldon comes across the timeline, gets it off to the corner, and Faith Silva with a great steal. Snagged it out of the air. Silva up ahead to Martin. Martin's layup attempt, no good. Boy, Faith Silva jumped up and stole a pass from Hohola and ripped it out of the air, and really the other end inside the ball comes, and some good defense again by Faith Silva as she was able to, they're going to call a foul on Faith Silva. I thought it was going to be a tie-up. And I guess just a bit too aggressive. So it'll be Danny Ross to the line for a 1-and-1. I thought Faith drew a tie-up. Brianna Bickham comes out. Darren Cosgray in. Jones, Martin, Alicia Munoz is back in as they're going to rest Faith Silva with 2 fouls. Callista Jacob stays on the floor, and the free throw is good from Danny Ross. Free throw rattles out, and the rebound grab by Cosgray. She'll be fouled, and it'll stick with Alamogordo here. Just the third team foul on Los Lunas. Hohola picks up her first. Hohola will come out, and Jackie Aragon will return to the game. Jacob to Martin, and it's more of a trap that they'll like to run once Alamogordo gets it across the timeline, but Alamo's been ready for it. Hasn't been too many turnovers in that case. Jacob with the ball, gives it back to Martin, who has it near midcourt, center circle. Bounce pass to Munoz, the right wing. Now gives it off to Martin. Ball comes to the corner. Jacob drives baseline. Pull-up shot was blocked by Gabaldon, who came away with it. She ripped it away from Jacob after looked like it was going to be a tie-up. And up the floor with it comes Guest. Over to the right side. Bounce pass inside to Gabaldon. Gabaldon goes up with it, right of the lane. Shot is good, and she's also fouled. And Los Lunas trying to pull away a little bit here as we start the second quarter. Felina Gabaldon with 4 points and to the stripe here. With Los Lunas now leading 15-6 on the Richland Motor scoreboard, 5:15 to go in the quarter. The free throw is good, and she has 5. So it was a 6-6 game after Alamo had knocked down a couple of threes. And it's been 10 straight points for Los Lunas since then. Faith Silva's going to come back on with 2 fouls, so she's going to have to be careful. Probably more on the defensive end than on the offensive end. She's not much of a driver, but she can be. Just got to be careful in what she's doing here and not draw a foul. Kind of reaching her arm out there, nearly drew an offensive foul. A loose ball is going to be grabbed by Jones. She gave it to Munoz. Munoz had it poked away from behind, and Los Lunas with the steal coming the other way with it. Weldon hesitates and drives, then feeds it outside. This is Aragon. Gives it off to Scholander. A couple of jab steps now. She dribbles to the top of the key. Hesitates, gets into the lane, brings it out to the corner, and back outside to Weldon. Gabaldon to Ross at the left wing. Ross heads towards the baseline, then passes it back outside. Weldon, and back to Ross, and back to Weldon. Man-to-man defense here for Alamogordo. Top of the key, it's Gabaldon. Right wing, Scholander tries to drive by Silva. Missed the shot, and Silva coming the other direction with it. Silva across the timeline is trapped, and a timeout going to be called by Coach Vigil. Full timeout on the floor, and Coach Zeller unhappy with, felt like there was a foul on the other end on Silva when Scholander drove to the basket. And so a full timeout called by Alamo as they're trying to break this 10-0 run here for Los Lunas. Second quarter play. This is Lady Tiger basketball.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Goes to Jacob with the ball in the left corner. Lady Tigers going left to right. Faith Silva at the right wing. Silva dribbles to the elbow. Gets to Munoz. Then back to Silva. Here's Jacob with it. Ball goes out to the corner. Cosgray with a bad pass and gives it right to Scholander. Scholander races towards the basket. Has it poked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Los Lunas. Brianna Bickham comes back in. She comes out with 2 fouls. Cosgray will head to the bench. Inbounds goes to Ross. Ross pump fakes, drives the basket, and gets it up and in. I think Coach Vigil asking for a traveling violation there. She caught it in pump fake. I thought she held her pivot foot, and then she dribbled once and held her pivot foot, and I think she's got good reach and was able to get around it. Bickham throws up a wild shot left of the lane, and Los Lunas grabs the rebound. So it's 12 straight points for Los Lunas going back to the first quarter. Ball comes out to the left corner and then back outside to Weldon. They go inside. Ross, a little up and under move. She'll lose the ball out of bounds, knocked away by an Alamogordo player. And it'll be Los Lunas inbounding underneath the basket. Sub for Los Lunas. As coming back into the game is Yolanda Griego. She gets it over to the right corner. Ball comes inside. Gabaldon goes up with the left hand, gets in the lane, and that's pretty easy there for Felina Gabaldon. 7 points, and it's 20-6 Los Lunas. Munoz gives it off to Jacob. To Munoz, right wing extended. She holds on to it there, gives it off to Jacob. Callista gets a screen from Jones. Bounce pass to Munoz, right corner 3, no good. Rebound inside, pulled in by Jones, and she gets the putback. And that breaks what was a 14-0 run. It's 20-8 now. Left corner, putting up a 3 is no good. Went off the back of or top of the backboard, I should say. Alicia Munoz grabs the rebound off of the Griego miss. Then a foul on the rebound by Los Lunas. Ohola picked up her second, just the 4th-team foul. No free throws yet for Alamo. Faith Silva comes out. Michaela Jones comes out. We'll see Kylie Purcella back on the floor, and Justice Martin will come back on for Alamo. Munoz gets it over to Jacob. Ball still in the backcourt. Jacob being patient. Gets a bounce pass off to Martin in the front court, left wing. Martin tried to feed a bounce pass inside, knocked away. And in transition the other way, feed to Gabaldon from Weldon. She is not able to get it up, and a ball deflected out of bounds. Her shot when she went up went off the bottom of the backboard, and then it was knocked out last by a Los Lunas player. Martin will bring it up the far sideline, across the timeline, corner to Bickham, goes inside Purcella. Purcella turnaround shot, no good. Munoz with the offensive board and the bucket. Alicia Munoz lays it in for Alamogordo. And it's a 20-10 game. Almo's able to get a couple of buckets in a row. They go with some pressure, and Los Lunas breaks it easily. The final pass comes to Felina Gabaldon, and she lays it in. 22-10, a minute 30 to go in the second on the Rich Simona scoreboard. Jacob has the inbounds, feeds it over to Martin. Ball still in the backcourt. Back to Jacob across the timeline. Jacob has it poked away from behind, and it comes to Gabaldon, and then it's going to be a travel on Los Lunas. And we'll see a sub for Alamogordo. Faith Silva back in. Alicia Munoz will head to the bench. Mia Guess will check in for Marissa Weldon for Los Lunas. So Silva will inbound, baseline left for the Tigers, left of the basket. Comes out to Martin. Martin is left open, wide open look at three, and it rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Gabaldon had the rebound in her hands, but lost the grip on it. Out of bounds, and it stays with Alamogordo. Silva again, the trigger person. Comes out top to Martin, but a little bit deeper here, so she's not able to fire the three. And Justice will dribble with it back near midcourt, guarded by Scholander. Under a minute to go in the second, and they're going to call a moving screen on Kylie Purcella. Purcella never really got set. She just kind of came and ran into Scholander. And Kylie picks up her third. And Kylie's a young player. That's one of those things, you know, I talked about it with the boys team a lot this year, with the fouls that they were picking up a lot early in the season. You get that from young players, it seems like, just in terms of not, you know getting in the flow out there in a varsity game. Faith Silva got a hand on the basketball, and she was trying to steal it away. They're going to call a foul on Faith Silva when she got her hand on it and then sort of put her body into, I think, Ross. And that's a costly foul. On Alamogordo, as Silva picked up her third. Just a bit too aggressive in that spot. And they bring Faith Silva back onto the floor because she wasn't able to sub yet until the free throw is shot. And that is good. So Hohola is the one who shoots the free throws here. I thought it was Ross. That was the one who kind of got bowled over. And so Alicia Munoz will come back in. Faith Silva will head to the bench. And the second free throw good from Hohola. 24-10 Los Lunas with 56 seconds left. A little bit more pressure here from Los Lunas off the bat, as Munoz will get the basketball at the near side from Martin. Still in the backcourt. Munoz had the ball deflected, and a pass by Scholander gets it up ahead to Hohola, and she'll lay it up and in. 37 seconds left, and Los Lunas really turning up the pressure here at the end of the half, and there's going to be a foul called on Guest, as Jacob was trying to bring it up the floor. But an impressive run for Los Lunas since a 6-6 tie in the first quarter. They've outscored Alamogordo 20-4. Alamo just has not been able to get their offense going. Inbounds goes to Bickham. Bickham feeds it inside Jones, and Jones will lay it in. So Alamo with the inbounds from the far sideline. Good play coming off of that, and the lane is good for Alamo. Los Lunas breaks the Lady Tiger pressure and driving to the basket along the baseline is Scholander. Not an easy bucket there for Scholander, but she gets the fall. And it's 28-12 now, and losing it is Munoz. 7 seconds left. Bounce pass to the opposite side, and boy, it looked like there should have been a foul there on Martin, but the loose ball comes to Weldon, and Weldon lays it up and in, and that's the end of the half. And the turnovers really killed Alamo right at the end of that second quarter. And Los Lunas opens their lead out to an 18-point advantage, 30-12 here in the second quarter on the Richardson Motors scoreboard as we go to the locker rooms. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the winner's circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The winner's circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The winner's circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7 as the Lady Tigers are trailing Los Lunas 30-12. Tough first half. You know, it was 6-6. Probably about midway through the first quarter. Los Lunas had gotten off to a hot start, and Alamo hit back-to-back threes. Faith Silva, Callista Jacob. And then from that point on, it has been all Los Lunas. forcing Alamo turnovers. Almo's really never gotten into a lot of great offensive sets. They've gotten some decent looks if some of them had fallen, but I was listening to some of the stats over the PA. They said Alamo shooting 5 of 20, which certainly is not going to do you a whole lot, 25%. And not getting Los Lunas to draw many fouls, so you're not getting to the free throw line, and it's been a challenge. And again, credit to Los Lunas. A lot of the things that have happened have credit their ability to force the turnovers, but I would also say there's a lot of it that Alamo's just got to be a little bit quicker with the basketball, picking up the dribble out near midcourt and things like that. That'll get you into some trouble. Michaela Jones leads the way with 4 points for Alamo. Silva and Jacob mentioned with those threes, and then Alicia Munoz has 2 points. On the other side, Felina Gabaldon leads the way with 9 for Los Lunas, 6 for Marissa Weldon, 5 for Natalie Hohola, 4 points for Jaden Scholander, 3 points apiece for Marissa Montoya and Danny Ross. But foul trouble is also an issue. A couple of Alamo's posts are in trouble, but the big one is Faith Silva sitting on 3 fouls. How aggressive Alamo wants to be with Faith Silva in the third quarter, or do they try to go in another direction and see if they can get some buckets from Justice or from Callista or some of their other post players? They've definitely got some ladies that can score on this team. Silva has been the big scorer all season long, but Alamo has got some other ladies that they're definitely going to need to step up, because that's what we're going to see, I'm sure, with Alamogordo girls basketball the rest of the season. Teams are going to key on Faith. They know how great of a shooter she is. They're going to make sure they take away time and space and don't give her that opportunity to get good looks, and they're going to make it as difficult as they can on her, and that maybe opens up some opportunities for somebody else on the team. But I'll tell you what, Faith's done a pretty good job this year. I guarantee all season long she's been dealing with that, and she's been able to score. So maybe she'll come out here in the second half and really get it going for Alamo, or maybe it'll be somebody else that'll get it going. But certainly need the offense to start finding the bottom of the bucket as they trail 30-12 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll take a commercial break and come back. Second half is next. Don't you go anywhere.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, closing in on the second half. As we get ready for
Next game following the completion of this tournament. Again, Alamogordo.
Los Lunas and Alamogordo tip off. Sorry, I was watching the
On January 4th.
Los Lunas was out just kind of taking shots, and the official was wanting them to get off the floor. I guess they wanted to get the second half started. There was still about a minute left in the on the warm-up clock, but I guess they wanted to get the second half going. Inside pass to Michaela Jones. Good feed from Brianna Bickham, and Jones lays it up and in. Michaela having a good game, 6 points now, and Alamogordo trails 30-14 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Silva's got to be careful here. She's running right alongside Weldon. Don't want to pick up a cheapie here in your fourth foul. So she's got to be real smart with the way she plays defense. It's one-on-one here against Weldon. Top of the key, they give it to Gabaldon. She dribbles a couple of times, picks it up. Now Scholander, guarded by Jacob. Silva guarding Weldon. And Weldon's, I feel like, the trickiest player maybe to guard for Los Lunas. Her speed can force you to pick up a foul really quick. Gabaldon, top of the key. Alamo not allowing Los Lunas the look that they want yet. And they'll reset again. They've gone to Gabaldon, top of the key. They go to her again. Seen the same thing 3 or 4 times. Now they go over to the right corner. Scholander, then back outside. I don't know if they're looking for some, if Alamo's playing really good defense and not giving what they want, or if Los Lunas is playing a little time gap in this. Silva guarding close on Weldon. Again, Faith's got to be really, really careful. Just don't want to pick up one 30 feet away from the basket. Scholander picks up her dribble and stepping in front of it, and the ball will go out of bounds. Martin got a hand on it. And Alicia Munoz will come in for Faith Silva. And that's just being smart there. You bring on somebody to play defense in Alicia, and don't let Silva pick up that foul, so Alicia can be a little bit more aggressive here on Weldon. Weldon picks up her dribble out near midcourt. Weldon will go to Gabaldon at the right wing. Gabaldon trying to drive on Jones. A couple of it unders. There's a travel on Gabaldon. She made a couple of nice moves initially, and then I think lost her balance and took a couple of steps forward. And it'll be over to Alamogordo. So really good defensive set there for Alamogordo. And on top of that, they're able to get Faith Silva back into the game. Silva over at the far side. Swings to the near side to Jacob. Martin. Ball still in the backcourt here. Martin will bring it across the timeline. Tried to get it to Jacob, but it's tipped away and stolen by Scholander. Scholander from right of the lane has it taken away from behind by Jacob. And Jacob's going to call a timeout, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. Just a second timeout used by Alamogordo. Scholander wanted a foul on that, but I thought Callista came from behind and knocked it away pretty cleanly. 6:05 to go in the third. Alamo still down by 16 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 6:02 to go third quarter. Alamo down 30-14. Silva with the basketball in the backcourt. Gives it off to Jacob. Ball still behind the timeline. Jacob will bring it across. And I guess she didn't bring it all the way across. I thought Callista had brought it across timeline. Alamo was, they've been very patient with it, but that was almost a bit too. And Mia Guest will come into the game for Los Lunas. Scholander will come out. Ross will inbound the ball here at the near sideline. And across midcourt with Weldon. Comes the near side to Hohola. Now they go to the free throw line to Ross. Gabaldon catches there. Gabaldon drives, has the shot partially blocked. Bickham grabs it, gives it off to Jacob. And Justice Martin will put it up the floor. See, I'm not the only one that gets Justice and Brianna. Those 3 and 5s are too close. The PA guy got it wrong, too. Here is Munoz driving baseline. Munoz all the way to the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Tipped around the rebound. It comes to Martin. Martin in the lane. Feeds it back outside to Alicia. Alicia will feed it over to the far side to Jacob. 5:11 to go, third quarter. Alamo down by 16. Here's Bickham. Martin, my goodness. Munoz, the left wing. Ball goes to Jones between the circles. Jones holding it overhead and nearly threw it away. Knocked away by Weldon out of bounds. And it'll stay with Alamo. Munoz comes off. A Silva comes back on for Alamo. And it'll be Martin to inbound to Jacob in the backcourt. Met by Weldon. Bounce pass comes to Silva at the left wing. Gives it off to Jacob. A little better movement offensively in this third quarter for Alamo. Jacob is going to charge into Hohola, and a turnover for Alamogordo. Her first on Jacob. And our first foul here in the third quarter. Near side, Ross will inbound for Los Lunas. Comes to the top of the key to, or I should say, top of the key in the backcourt. Goes to Guest, and Guest will bring it across the timeline. Munoz is back on. She's out there for Silva. Top of the key and looking to drive the lane. There, drive the lane, kick it back out, and it's been doing that a couple of times. Now here's Ross, who tried to work her way around one of the Alamogordo players, but took an extra step to do so. And it's a turnover to Alamo. I think we've had maybe 3 possessions on each side, and we've gone through about half of this third quarter. Both teams have been very patient offensively. Jacob goes over the top to Silva. Silva inside to Bickham. Bickham catches and shoots and has her 4th points of the game. And Alamo cuts it down to a 14-point difference. Gabaldon nearly had it knocked away by Jones. She'll get it to Hohola. Hohola drives, unable to finish. Silva had to bail out of the play, and I think that sort of caught Hohola off guard, and she missed on the lay-in. Skip pass to Jacob at the right wing. Jacob looks to drive to the baseline, keeps her dribble, and brings it back out to Martin. Now Silva will fire a long 3. Front of the rim, no good. Pulled in by Gabaldon. Gabaldon's going to be fouled. I'm not sure if it's going to be Jones or if it's going to be, it's going to be Jones, her second. For a second, it might have gone on Bickham, which would have been her 3rd. Alicia Munoz comes back on to play defense for Alamo, trying to avoid Faith Silva picking up a 4th foul in the third quarter. Pass comes in to Gabaldon. Ball still in the backcourt. Munoz on Guest. Guest brings it across the timeline. Gives it off to Hohola. She steps into a 3 and she hits it. That's the first bucket of the half for Los Lunas with 3:23 to go in the third. Lucky for them, Alamo really hadn't done much to cut into the lead. Only 4 points, and now it's back out to a 17-point lead. It was 18 at half. Good pass over the top by Jacob as Martin tracks it down. Gets a screen from Jones. Hands it off to Munoz, running a weave on the outside. Munoz will bring it back out near midcourt. Alicia feeds it over to the far side to Martin. Now back to Munoz. Munoz had to dribble near midcourt, nearly lost the handle. Probably got away with a travel there. Here's Jones. Goes inside Bickham. Good pass and a good bucket there from Brianna Bickham. Say what, the posts have passed really well, I feel like, in this game. Quickly bringing up the floor is Weldon. Guarded by Jacob. Ball still in the backcourt. Now brings it across the timeline. Tried to go left of the lane, and the ball's knocked away by Martin. Martin up the floor. Tries to feed it to Munoz, and then Munoz tumbles to the floor. It's going to go out of bounds last off of Gabaldon. Faith Silva will check in for Alicia. She's done a good job playing, having that's kind of a difficult rotation to get in where you're coming in and out, but same goes for Silva and having to play just on the offensive side in a lot of cases. Silva gives it to Bickham. Bickham feed it back outside to Faith. Bickham trying to set up in the post. They weren't able to get it inside to her. 33-18, 2:15 to go in the third. Jones top of the key. Jones dribbles, then gives it off to Jacob. Jacob on the perimeter. Gives it off to Martin. Martin, pull up, left wing three is no good. Bickham, though, going to track down the rebound. Gives it off to Jacob. Now Jacob over to Martin. Martin to the free throw line to Silva, who now Faith couldn't make up her mind what she wanted to do there. She tried to go up for the three and unfortunately came back down with the basketball and travels. Darian Cosgray comes in for Brianna Bickham, who's had a nice third quarter with a couple of buckets. Almost made a slight inroad here. They're down by 15, but going to need a lot more here over the final 10 minutes of this game as they trail 33-18. Ball over at the right wing, Hohola over to the corner, and then back outside. Montoya in the corner. They go inside Gabaldon. Back out to Montoya. Here's Hohola, gets left open for three, misses, but the rebound comes out to Guest all the way out the left wing, and they give it back to Hohola. She dribbles, guarded by Munoz. Munoz with her near midcourt. Munoz sticking with her. Nice crossover by Hohola, and going up with the shot is Gabaldon. Gabaldon able to power up through some contact and get the buckets to go. She's in double figures with 11. Here's Cosgray driving to the baseline. Gets cut off, feeds it back outside to Martin. Under a minute to go, third quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Alamo trailing 35-18. Jones top of the key. Tries to dribble drive right of the lane and brings it back outside to Jacob. Jacob works off a screen, goes inside Jones, catches, and a foul on Gabaldon. And it'll be Jones to the line for 2 free throws. Michaela, 6 points in the game, leading the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. And she rolls in the first free throw. And the second free throw good as well. So Jones has 8 points, and Alamogordo trails 35-20. 40 seconds remaining in the third. Guest with the basketball for Los Lunas. To the top of the key to the elbow, feeds it out to the corner. 3 on the way. That rattles out, but the rebound is grabbed by Hohola. Hohola rises and fires and gets fouled. Now Hohola, there was just a wide open space left of the lane that nobody filled except Hohola to grab that offensive rebound, and she's able to put it up and in and also draw the foul. Michaela Jones picking up her third. So Hohola, 6 points in the quarter, now 11 for the game. 38-20, and Los Lunas extends the lead back out to 18. And some subs. Gabaldon will come out. Ross comes back in. Silva's on the floor. Jones, Jacob, Martin, and Bickham. Pressure in the backcourt from Los Lunas. Martin across the timeline. That one went to the feet of Jacob, and it turns over to Los Lunas. Scholander raced the other direction, tried to feed it past the other side to Montoya. She was able to reel it in. Now it's Ross out the top of the key. Gives it off to Scholander. 7 seconds left. Ball over in the corner. They go inside. Ross catches, feeds it out, and open look at 3 in the left corner is good as Montoya that time hits the 3. And Los Lunas pushes the lead out to 21. It's 41-20 as we hit the end of the third quarter on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. It's Alamo down by 21.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. 41-20 with 7:53 to go, fourth quarter, or I should say the start of the fourth quarter, and Alamo down by 21. Alicia Munoz guarding Scholander. Scholander had the ball knocked away, but I think it's Bickham that comes across on the foul. And she came over and helped. Nope, they're going to call Munoz on the foul. It'll be her first, and it'll be an inbounds play for Los Lunas. Only 14 fouls in Alamogordo so far in the second half. Los Lunas with just 1. Inbounds goes to Scholander. Top of the key, firing a 3. Ross misses. Or I should say Aragon misses. Scholander got the rebound. She missed her shot. It was another rebound by Los Lunas. Bickham brings it up the floor after the last attempts. Trying to drive the lane is Faith Silva. She came from the corner in the lane. She'll be fouled. Munoz, top of the key. Jacob, left wing, gets an open look at 3, and it rattles out. Alicia Munoz, though, jumps in there and grabs the rebound. Another one of those cases where nobody got to the spot for Los Lunas. Munoz comes flying in from the perimeter, gets the lay-in, and a chance at a 3-point play for Alicia Munoz. Alicia with 4. And we'll head to the stripe here, trying to finish off the 3-point play. And she hits it. Alicia kind of takes a slight little jump shot when she shoots her free throws. And a traveling violation going to be on Jackie Aragon, and that was good defense by Alicia Munoz. She was harassing her right near the midcourt line, and it's back over to Alamogordo. Still waiting for some more of these kids to do the underhand, man. I'd totally be shooting the granny-style free throws if they gave me the opportunity. I don't know if I'd make them, though. Inbounds comes to Munoz, the left wing. Feeds it off to Faith Silva. Silva cutting towards the basket. Good feed to Bickham. Bickham's going to be fouled on the catch, and it'll be on the floor, so inbounds here for Alamogordo. 41-23, Alamogordo trails Los Lunas on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Top of the key, it is Jacob. Jacob gives it off to Silva, left wing. Silva drives the lane, comes in from the left wing. Rebound grab by Bickham off the miss, and it's Michaela Jones hitting the 18-footer from just inside the three-point line. And Michaela having a really good night. First Lady Tiger into double figures with 10. First Alamogordo Lady Tiger into double figures. 41-25. Alamo could just maybe by the halfway point get this down to an 8 or a 10-point game. Make things interesting. Put a little bit of pressure on Los Lunas. Got to get stops on this end, though. Right corner with it, it's Weldon. Comes top of the key. Shot, I'm not sure that was a block or a pass, but it came to Scholander. She goes up with it right of the lane. It's no good. Alamo pushes. Munoz at the top of the key. Sort of lost a handle on it, slowed things down, and so she'll dribble near midcourt. Left wing gives it off to Jacob. Back to Munoz. Munoz trying to work her way past Weldon. Munoz fires up a shot. It's right of the lane. It's front of the rim, no good. Rebound grab by Ross, and she pushes the other way. Ross head to Gabaldon, and Gabaldon will get a hand on it and then get it up and in. Berlina Gabaldon with 13, 43-25. Here's Munoz up the floor. Munoz all the way to the right wing. Alicia drives baseline. Alicia gets all the way to the basket. Shot no good, gets her own miss. And now it's a fight for the basketball. Bickham was in there too. And now it's in the corner. Weldon fouled. Jacob and Bickham were there to harass her. And it'll be your third foul on Brianna Bickham. 5:27 to go in the fourth quarter. And a 5-second violation going to be called on Los Lunas. And Alamo's going to get it right back. 43-25, 5:26 to go, fourth quarter. At the right wing, and losing it is Martin. Feeding it out ahead on the outlet to Scholander. Scholander one-on-one with Silva. Silva's going to pick up the foul. And Silva thought that she got a hand on top of the basketball. The official says no, he came across the arms. And the fourth foul on Faith Silva with 5:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Back of the rim and then front of the rim in for Scholander. Alicia Munoz will come in for Justice Martin. This time back of the rim, no good. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. Scholander tried to save it, but it'll go over to Alamogordo. 5:15 remaining in the fourth. It's a 44-25 lead. Jones will come out. Kylie Purcella comes back on. So it's Purcella, Bickham, Munoz, Silva, and Jacob. Near side comes to Silva. Silva brings it across midcourt. And she dribbles here at the near sideline. Almost got to be a little bit quicker offensively here. Bickham, a couple of ball fakes, gets into the lane, goes off the glass shot, no good. Rebound pulled in by Scholander. Scholander races up the floor, across the timeline, all the way down the lane, all the way to the bucket. Couldn't finish at the end, though. Boy, that was pretty all the way to the end. Then a three-point shot is up and no good by Ross. The ball is saved out of bounds from Gabaldon, but it goes to Munoz. Munoz up the floor, gives it to Silva. Silva at the left wing. Silva tried to feed it inside to Bickham from the left wing to the low post, right of the lane, but it's knocked away by Scholander. It'll stay with Alamogordo. 4:33 to go in the fourth. Jacob gets it to the top of the key. Silva fires up a three. Front of the rim, no good. And Gabaldon grabs the rebound, but she travels. Guest will come into the game for Los Lunas, and it'll be for Weldon. Jacob inbounds, baseline left of the basket. Has to come all the way out top to Munoz. Battle for the basketball ends up for Los Lunas. Guest all the way to the rim and finishes. I think it was Hohoa and Munoz that ended up running into each other, so Guest got the bucket, and then she gets a steal and a lay-in off of the inbounds for Alamogordo, and Alamo down 48-25 now. At the baseline, Bickham fires up a jump shot. That's no good. Scholander, no. Ross grabs the rebound. Ross races the other way. Ross stops and puts up the lay-in from underneath the basket. And Los Lunas starting to pull away here, 50-25. They've had a comfortable lead this entire second half, but, you know, Alamo had it down to 13, thought maybe they could get it down to 10 or 8, and Los Lunas has answered, and looks like they're going to come away with the win. Pull-up jump shot from Callista Jacob. That's back of the rim, no good. And Alicia Munoz is going to get called for a foul on the rebound. Not sure if this is the 6th or the 7th team foul. It is the 7th. And it'll be a 1-and-1 on the other end. Munoz picks up her second. Alamo just hasn't had the touch shooting tonight. That's the big thing. You know, they've needed a few more of those threes to drop, and you could just pretty much say across the board, Alamo's needed a little bit more tonight. Free throw misses. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Ross. And an inbounds coming up for Alamogordo. Munoz will get it. Martin's out there, so is Jones. Here is Cosgray in the corner. She came in on that last whistle. Here's Jacob. Jacob will give it off to Martin. Martin, bounce pass to Munoz. Munoz gets the baseline. Tries to send it back out top. Ross steals it. Ross bounce pass up ahead to Hohola. Hohola lost the handle, and she tried to save it out of bounds, but had her foot on the baseline. Munoz will check out. Faith Silva comes back in for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. And they'll bring on Clarissa Hall for Los Lunas, as Gabaldon will check out. Silva dribbles away into the front court. Able to pass out of a double team to Jacob. Top of the key. They get it over to Martin. Right corner three. Front of the rim, no good. And a rebound pulled in by Guest, who will get it to the near side to Scholander. Scholander, she mishandled the basketball and traveled. And 2:39 to go in the fourth. Back over to Alamogordo. So we'll have a Tiger basketball doubleheader tomorrow. The boys will play in the fifth place game at 1:30. That'll be against Valencia. And Alamogordo girls will play in the third place game tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And I'll tell you who they play coming up here in a little while. I missed on who it was. Faith Silva, top of the key, gets an open look at three. That's no good. And the Hall grabs the rebound. Hall fell down, but passed to Scholander. Scholander gets it to Hohola. Hohola driving right of the lane, goes up, and a foul going to be called on Faith Silva. And she's going to pick up her fifth foul, and she'll be out of the game. And so Alicia Munoz will come in. So it's Hohola to the line here for two. And that'll rattle out. So tough night for Faith Silva, 3 points. Talked about she's been averaging around 20 this season, and just was a bit. But nobody really shot well for Alamogordo tonight. And we got a timeout called after the made free throw from Hohola. 2:09 remaining in the game, 51-25. Alamogordo trails Los Lunas. And we'll fit in a quick break and come right back.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speed, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Remaining in the fourth quarter, and it's Los Lunas up by 26. 51-25 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. By the way, the Alamogordo girls will face off against Cibola tomorrow. That'll be a good test. I'm not sure where Cibola is this year. They had Amaya Brown, I think, she was like a five-star recruit, I think. And Coach Mabry's group won, I know at least one state championship with that group. Callista Jacob going to fire to three. That circles out of the rim, and then Hall grabs the rebound. There's a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it on this end for Alamogordo. So curious to see how Cibola is this year. But I think it's going to be another good test for Alamogordo. And they'd love to pick up another third place after they didn't Gallup. Gallup, by the way, is the team who beat Cibola. Inbounds from Jacob is going to escape from Cosgray. It's a little bit too far beyond her reach. And the inbounds comes to Mia Guest here for Los Lunas. They bring in the front court with 1:45 remaining. Hohola gives it off to Hall at the free throw line, then over to the corner. Back to Hohola, top of the key. Inside they go to Hall. Hall is going to be tied up by Jones. It'll be possession arrow to Los Lunas this time. Ball in the right corner. Scholander guarded by Jacob. Feeds it off to Guest, top of the key. Then Hohola. A minute 23 to go. Well, I got to say, games went by pretty smoothly today. I think they finished about on the same time they did yesterday. Of course, we got off to about an hour later start because of the snow. And thankfully, the roads have cleared up here for those who may be concerned about the Alamo teams. And they're both staying basically right across the street from the school here. It's pretty decent here in Los Lunas, so they should be in good shape. 56 seconds to go in the fourth. Almo's just working the ball on the perimeter. Martin trying to step into a three. Hall came out and blocked it. Loose ball comes to Alamo, though, and Jacob gets it. She can't hit the jumper, and it has just been one of those nights for Alamogordo. It feels like there's a lid on top of the rim. Ross goes inside to Hall. Hall has the ball tied up again as it was Martin who came in and got some hands on it. And it'll go to Alamogordo this time on the possession arrow. Ross will come out, and Olivia Lucero will get some time here late in the game for Los Lunas. Inbounds goes to Munoz, to Jacob, coming to the near side. Still a little bit of token pressure here from Los Lunas as Martin gets it into the front court. Martin will give it to Cosgray. Cosgray comes outside to Jacob and get a foul on Los Lunas. Just the 5th team foul with 20 seconds remaining. Ohola picked up her third. And Clarissa Montoya comes in, or Marissa, I'm sorry. Inbounds goes to Jones, pull-up jump shot. Jones will miss it. And the rebound grabbed by Guest. Guest pushes the other direction with 10 seconds left. And Coach Zeller still wanting his team to push the tempo here at the end of the game. Get it inside to Hall. Hall left the lane, gets the layup up and in. And that got the bench up. I'm sure somebody that's not used a whole lot is Clarissa Hall. And for her to get a varsity bucket, that got the team very excited. 53-25 the final as the buzzer sounds. And Los Lunas will move on to the championship game of their home tournament. The Los Lunas boys are also playing in the championship game of their tournament. We'll recap and tell you what the schedule is for tomorrow. Coming up after this, the Lady Tigers fall on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 53-25.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the winner's circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The winner's circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The winner's circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Final score is 53-25 as the Los Lunas girls defeat the Alamogordo girls. Los Lunas moves on to the championship game tomorrow. Alamogordo will play in the third-place game where they'll face Cibola at 3 o'clock. That'll be after the boys' game at 1:30, the fifth-place game as Alamogordo takes on Valencia. Just a tough shooting night for the Alamogordo ladies. Couldn't get anything going from the outside. They really, with the zone defense that Los Lunas was playing, they got it inside in some spots, but they really needed some of those threes to fall. And whether it was Callista or Justice or Faith or whoever's trying to fire up those threes, it just wasn't happening tonight. And even some of the stuff they got inside. Michaela Jones had a good night. She finished with 10 points. One of the post players for Alamogordo, Alicia Munoz, had 5. 4 points for Brianna Bickham, 3 for Callista Jacob, 3 for Faith Silva. But just couldn't keep up offensively with what Los Lunas was doing, and I'm sure they'll also Coach Vigil won't be happy with the defensive effort for Alamogordo. I thought in the fourth quarter they were starting to gain a little bit of momentum, and I believe had it down to it's either 13 or 14. And I thought, all right, if they can make just a little more inroads, but there was just never that big run for Alamogordo. Other than being down 6-0 and coming back and tying it up at 6, that was the big run for Alamogordo in this game, and it just they needed a little bit more than that. Los Lunas, it was 6-6, and I think what do we end up 30-12 at halftime. That was the midway through the first quarter into the second quarter was the difference in the game. But Alamo will try to bounce back tomorrow against Cibola. Again, that's at 3 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be on the air for that. We'll be on the air from 1:30 until the end of the girls' game tomorrow. Just give you a heads up if you're planning on listening to I think it's the Cotton Bowl is our first game tomorrow, Clemson and Notre Dame. We probably won't have maybe the end of that game. We'll probably get to you guys, unfortunately, because of not having more than one channel for you guys to listen into. I'd love to be able to get you both of those, but we're, of course, always going to bring you Tiger Sports first here on ESPN Alamogordo. But make other plans. ESPNradio.com is a place you can go to listen to the game on the radio if you'd like to. And, of course, there's lots of TV options for that Clemson-Notre Dame game tomorrow. But I know everybody's excited about that. I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow here at the Los Lunas Holiday Tournament's final games for Alamogordo. The boys will take on Valencia at 1:30, and the girls will face Cibola at 3. And we'll have that for you live on ESPN Alamogordo and online as well. Check our Facebook page, check Twitter, search ESPN Alamogordo, and we'll have all that info for you. So that'll do it here from Los Lunas. We opened up the day here at Los Lunas High School. We're going to close up the doors here to finish things off on the night. Thanks for tuning in. And again, your final score on the Richardson Motors scoreboard is Los Lunas 53, Alamogordo 25. I will talk to you all tomorrow.
This has been a presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports, brought to you by Desert Sun Motors, First National Bank, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, Otero Federal Credit Union, Sleep Well, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai and Premium Pre-Owned Vehicles, The Winter Circle, White Sands Motorsports, and Richardson Motors. Thanks for listening. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Southern New Mexico's sports leader, KNMZ Alamogordo.
She just wasn't going to allow it. She put her foot forward, and she made. And we're going to continue to be a family.
He was reluctant, but he agreed, and he allowed me to do me. So I'll always love him for that.
Next on The Sporting Life, part 2 of the latest 30 for 30, 42-1. This is The Sporting Life on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Comparing rates to help you save. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today and find out how much Progressive could save you.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Joan London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. They've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad.
I was so glad that I called A Place for Mom. My advisor really listened and was truly my partner in finding senior care for my dad. She went out of her way to get to know him as a person